Hello, everybody. This is Daniel from Appreciation Capital. Today, I'd like to go over the market again in this. In this daily video, the last video I posted was from yesterday, yesterday night. The reason I'm posting another video is that the market is actually consolidating downwards for the Dow, and so let's take a look at the market. Let's look at the SPY here, the S&P. S&P actually made a higher high before it came down a little bit today. What I like to look at is the Dow, because the Dow only has 30 stocks, right? So it has less noise. S&P has 500 stocks, and in my opinion, it has too much noise for my liking. I like to look at Dell because Dell is very technical. You can see that it's exactly in this range, in this band, right? From the 2016 low. And so if we look at today, it's actually in this perfect triangle. Yes, in my last video, I talked about how that, in the history of the stock market, you very often can encounter these kind of consolidation pattern. That the market's making a triangle, and eventually either the price breaks down or breaks above, right? The price is accumulating energy in this ever smaller kind of a range. The range gets smaller. It's like a spring. You see the energy is accumulating. The spring is getting squeezed. The price action is getting squeezed, and eventually the energy will be too much for this region to handle. Is going to break down or break up. So in this case, we have a primary trend that's still up. So my bet is that this thing could eventually is going to break up, right? It's going to actually gap up and going to make a new all-time high. So I'm looking for something like this. What I'm looking at is that so here. Let me just change the chart here. I'm looking for something like this. Maybe tomorrow it goes up a little bit, it came down again, it hovering around this area, and then it maybe one day later in this week is going to close around this level. On the edge of the triangle, it's going to close that at the end of the day for one of the days this week, and the next day we will see this thing just to gap up and start going up, like maybe oscillating around this area again, then eventually goes up and down and make another all-time high to the upper parallel of this range, and eventually maybe it's going to hover around this range and come down again, come back, and maybe then if it does come back to here, or maybe start coming back, we are going to take a look at the market again for possible consolidation and maybe possible top in this long-term bull market, right? This bull market's been going on for almost 10 years, but I don't think the bull market is over yet, because all these moving averages, I didn't turn on the moving average, but if you turn on the moving average, everything is still in an uptrend. Okay, if you're thinking about shorting here, if you think about the market's going to collapse here, I will wait this thing to actually. So in a bearish scenario, I'm talking about a bullish scenario that I'm looking to enter below this line, below the 50% of the retracement of Fibonacci. When the market goes down here, I'm going to buy some here. But if you're bearish in the market, I would be looking for, obviously I've been looking for the price to break below this triangle area, right? Start breaking down like that. That would be something I'm looking for if you're bearish. But this point right now is not for you to short. You don't want to short here because it could just consolidate and gap up and making you lose all the money. Okay. And so my tendency right now, I'm still betting on the market to recover. Maybe it goes down here and close here, then gap up, then start going. And the reason I'm making another video within a day is because this is a part that you want to capture, right? You want to enter here and just leave your position be. It's just monitor your position maybe once or twice a day, and eventually it gets to this upper parallel, then you start to liquidate some of your positions, right? And in between we have this is March right now. I think by the time we get to this upper parallel, it's going to be June or July. That's going to be 4 months from now. So you have this 4 month of profit you can take easily without spending too much time in the market, without gluing yourself to the screen every single day, right? I'm not a day trader. I like to make relatively easy, medium term money. This is the stuff I like to make. I just like to make this part. This kind of oscillation, very difficult to make. Although I try to day trade in this area, pretty difficult to capture most of the profit because you just don't know when the market's going to turn, or it's very difficult to judge. So here's what I think the market's going to go, and happy trading, guys. Good luck.